being able to be a better deal for everybody concerned, and the judges won't be able to do anything about it. And all in the framework of our Constitution, and that's what everybody wants that I've spoken to from all sides. They just want it fair. They want it constitutional. What's not constitutional is when you have people that come into our country and they break the law and they get away with it. But you and I, if we do the same crimes, we would be behind bars. We'd be in Leavenworth. If you know where that is, it's in New York. It's not a good prison, but you pick the prison and what city you're in, that's the prison you would be in. Nobody's going to want to do that. So if they can get away with it, we can't have the double standard. But see, it's just like the left to be able to support that because they want to be able to get away with it. And that's not American. That's not fair. And if you want to use the Constitution, well, it's not fair there either. You live in our country. You're going to live by our rules, and not to have a government inside of a government, which really it's kind of like a proxy government, if you will. They're talking about proxy wars, but a proxy government that's operating within our own cities here. When you want to talk about unconstitutional, that's absolutely ridiculous. That's definitely not the framework of our founding fathers. That is not any of the writings that I've read about any of these great men that penned the Constitution and who signed the Constitution of the United States. If they knew what this was going on in our inner cities and poisoning our inner cities, they would be furious. And then the media doing an equal injustice every single day on the air. Yesterday's program, if you didn't miss it, with NBC using children, using them as scapegoats and trying to propagate this garbage that somehow the Donald Trump, because of this immigration order, something that Obama's done, something that Bush has done, something that Clinton's done. We don't like to have people violating our rules, especially at the border and coming in. You do it the right way or there's a wrong way. And that's the biggest fight that they have right now. And that in Russia. But if Russia didn't work, it's going to be immigration. So it's going to be their two hot button issues that they're going to be able to just spew out. Yeah, the incident in Houston, we're going to talk about that in just a second before we leave. I know we just got a minute left. I did want to mention that. But folks, be watching. Have your ears up and in tune. But they're going to really try to stick it to Donald Trump as the next month comes up. They're going to try to find a different angle to do this agitators with Michael Moore. With the cities, they're going to try to put out these more demonstrators to show their next angle, from what I've been told, is look how much America to come out here. This is not the America that you signed up for. And somehow they're going to still try to beat that drum with Russia, that they actually were the ones that somehow brainwashed in some way. I don't know how it was, through a satellite or whatever, for people to vote for Donald Trump. Houston. Supposedly a gun shooter, 200 officers trying to find, shots fired in the hospital. Thank God we got brave men and women to rush into that situation. Big hospital, big ordeal. That situation has been contained. But what an awful thing to happen at a busy hospital when people are just trying to get well, trying to get better. But we thank God that we have good officers that are highly responsive. And in the climate that we live in right now, where we have loose cannons that go off at any given time, no pun intended, we just have to be on our guard and on our lookout. And we do support owning guns responsibly. And if you don't have one, maybe you should consider get one to protect yourself and your family. You can never be too careful. Just learn how to use that gun. If you haven't shot it in a while, we'll go out and learn how to do it. You've been listening to a best of broadcast. I'll be back tomorrow. Appreciate you joining us. If you'd like to join us in our movement here at For the People to get the truth out, not the fake news, but a good dose of common sense every day from a real person that loves America, our website, forthepeopleshow.com. All the best. May God bless.